stuff. You hit a stopping point. But then you have to tell your friends, say, don't lend me any money. Before the Hamfest, you go, don't lend me. I told John that, I think last year before last. So I said, John, don't lend me any damn money.
That's this paper here that he printed out for me.
Yeah.
20 Newton meters and 70 Newton meters. And I said, what the hell is that? I said, that's Newton meter. You got to convert that to pounds, man.
Yeah.
Well, 20 Newton meters is 15 pounds. 70's like 50-something pounds.
Yeah. We run into that a lot at work. Have to convert it over. That Mexican Pino worked with us. I seen him change one of those injection pumps on that same Model Deere Max you got right there. He changed that son of a bitch in 5 hours. Also gave him a $100 bonus. 5 hours. That bitch was out of the shop, gone, and even. I said, I'll be damned. I couldn't do it.
Now, it took me 10 hours. That's why I was telling him. I guarantee Carol could have done it in 6.
That little son of a bitch, he's so skinny. He's just like a ball of fire. He put that damn that 6.7 in that 550 Ford up there. You know, they're a damn big motor, and they're aggravating. They go up under the cowl of where the windshield comes down, the windshield wipers and all. The motor goes way back in there. The damn turbo, you can't put it on with all. You can't have the Y pipes on it. You can't have the motor mounts on the motor. You got barely enough room to get it in. Then you put it on the transmission. Then you jack everything up. Then you put your motor mounts on. You set it down. Then you start putting your turbo and your Y pipes. And it's a real bitch, That boy, I'm telling you, he took the front end off of that damn truck. The bumper, the grill, the radiator cradle, everything, the front end. He had all that out of there. And pulled that damn motor one day, had it all out on the ground, swapped all that shit over and put it on that brand new long block. And I'll swear, that evening, that son of a bitch was cranked and running. I mean, I've never seen nothing to beat him. He's just like a little rat, just, he just goes in a damn run all the time.
Okay. Some people just flashed at that stuff.
I never seen nothing to beat it, man. Hell, have at it. I'll stay the hell out of your way.
I pulled up at Mom's one day. Carol had a Honda car down there, and I'm telling you, they wasn't 1,000 vacuum hoses on that bastard. They wasn't a one. And he had every one of them vacuum hoses pulled back and laid every direction. And I looked at him and I said, you know where all them goes? He said, yep.
Yeah, a lot of people look at that as being a mess, but when you lay them back over there, hell, they just about, they won't fit but one damn place, basically. A lot of people, they'll see that wiring harness and all that shit laid back, and they say, oh my God. When you lay it up there, it's molded, it just about falls on the damn other plug a lot of times. That's about like kind of when you take an amplifier to somebody and you just start cutting wires out of it, isn't it, John? And then you go outside and you smoke a cigarette and you say, boy, that's it for that son of a bitch. It'll never hit another lick. But you did lose 200 or 300 watts, and it took you a while to find them.
I got it back in the house. I found them.
I said, well, that's it for that.
Snill. What are you doing?
We need to take a picture here. Look, we need to take a picture to tell where we're going here. Look at it. Oh, hell. He was pulling that shit like he was trying to crank a friggin' lawnmower, pulling them wires. What the frig?
Yep.
You should, my 3x3, Johnny, you take a look at it now and say, that son of a bitch will never go back together.
Roger.
It will.
Yeah. Here's a look at that. That's it. He said, Smith. What are you doing? He said, yeah. You dumbass, you gotta know where all that goes. Damn, that's never his little league.
Yeah, he was nervous.
I never will forget that day. Old Jasper Mike walked out, opened the door and come in. He said, "Whoo, smell like a 10-ohm burn."
Yeah. I'll never forget. Night I was up there, Jasper Mike was there, and Mark had that RE-27 hanging there on some watching. I swear to God, Jasper Retch up there. That thing's on a boom. I mean, you don't touch the microphone. He reached up there with both hands and grabbed that microphone. I thought he was going to deep throat it. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen on radio. He started talking. Me and Mark looked at each other and both started busting out laughing. How long does it take to get down to Mark's, Marty? About 5 hours?
Yeah.
You can make that trip, Johnny. You only leave about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
What, Wednesday?
Yeah. Tyler's in there. Who's here? Does that mean I leave the tape on the floor? Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, I've been... You got to come down, Johnny. I mean, you got to take this advantage to really make fun of how fat I am. I've been thinking about it. I said, hell, this may be my last to know better than I feel. It might be, man. I couldn't let Marty drive all the way down there and have to put up with Andy by himself. It's going to take both of us to keep his ass under control. I think we might have fun with Andy if he's drunk. I will drink. Well, good, you'll fit right in. I don't know how much fun you're going to have, but I will drink. You put out on first date? No, sir. Oh, hell. Yeah, if you're belligerent drunk, we can always smack you in the back of the head, Andy. It don't matter. Oh, no, I'll just sit over there and won't say nothing. Oh, that won't happen. I know that's damn crazy. Hell, that's a misstatement of the year. Yeah, you might think you're going to sit there and say nothing, but that won't work.
Oh, no, Tanya, will he put out on the first date?
Every time.
Only for Johnny. KG4WPW. KG4WAM.
KG4WPW.
Yeah, we better enjoy these last few, Johnny. Like you said, it's hitting one of us any time now. Hell. Besides that, you might want to look these forward ones over. First thing, you better see if you can pick. I think it'd be fun. I'd like to see if Andy could pick a damn transformer up.
I'll bring a dolly back up.
You remember that one that you couldn't move from in front of the door?
Yeah.
That's the one that's on it right now.
I'll bring a hand truck.
Well, it's got another transformer in there. This one, you got to see, this one sits out on the floor.
Yeah.
With the wires, high voltage wire going to it, and a cat box over top of it.
All right.
Yeah, this is perfect for you to kill yourself on.
My 813's never had a top, never nothing on it. Hell, they just there.
That's why my cats can't understand. I won't let them in here anymore, you know.
Hey, wow.
And they get rather upset about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you hear screaming coming from Johnny's room, just go on to bed.
Well, that's usual.
Unless you want to help.
Boy.
Unless you want to help.
Well, the only thing I can tell you, Andy, you know, I wouldn't want to lie to you. I want you to know the truth about Johnny.
If you hear peace and quiet in there and you don't hear me say nothing to just, hey boy, you got a pretty set of lips. You know what's going on.
Well, more than likely, Andy, what's going to happen is
You gonna go in there, Johnny's gonna drop his pants. He say, "You ain't touching me, that son of a bitch."
Get away from me of that old nasty thing, you horny old bastard. He was held up down at Billy Carver's one winter. We all used to go down there. He didn't have a woman. He lived by himself, and that was a damn place to show up. He lived in that old shack of a house. We'd go down there and get drunk 2 or 3 weeks at a time, play poker, and everything, you know. Just we'd hold a damn party, I'm telling you, for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. And old gal got down there with JC T'other old. No JC had her in yonder, and all at once you heard her holler, "Get that thing away from me, you nasty, horny old bastard." And that was it. She come storming out there and putting up her coat and everything. She got the hell out of there. He was down there one time, and Billy had picked up this old gal. Her name was Janice. There's a bunch of us outside. It was fairly sunny, and we were hanging outside. I sat on the front porch, and in the evening time, and Billy come out and he said, "Johnny," I said, "What is it?" He said, "He wants me to rub oil on her." I said, "I ain't got no baby oil or nothing." He said, "What the hell?" And up there on the porch was a little bottle of mixing oil. I handed it to him. I said, "He'll put this on her." He took it in there and started rubbing on her, and she hollered, "That damn stuff stinks." What the hell was it? It was that damn mixing oil. He just raised hell. We got in the shower, and that was pretty well over.
You know, I was working at the hospital, Johnny, some old gal there one time. And she wasn't bad looking. I wasn't biting. She said, I need you to come in and rub some oil on me. I said, I found the ugliest, fattest old female tech I could find. And her in there with a bottle of oil. Yeah, she turned that down.
I never would take no women down there. Damn, that place was out of line bad. That place got really out of line.
That sounds like the Squeal Club at in West Virginia.
I mean, hell, we stayed out of it. You know, from daylight to dark, 24. Don't think we ever slept much down there. But you just passed out. But damn. Spent a lot of money down there playing poker. I rode down through there here not too long ago. Hell, it ain't a mile and a half from here. That old house is tore down, and hell, the road goes through there about where the old house was. Kind of sad, really, but and we had some good times.
Yeah, that's about like me. If my son's wanting to go back up to West Virginia, I kind of hate to go in a way, but I'm gonna take him. He wants to go. We'll see his grandpa's house.
Hell,
where my shop was that I just sold.
Yeah. Hello, old Billy. He didn't have to cut no firewood, you know. There's so damn much of us, all of us hung out there. Hell, we all cut firewood and took it down there, because hell, that's where we hung out. By God, we had there for. Hell, he didn't have to cut a stick. He had it made.
Lucky man.
Well, they tell me that all that area up there is completely changed from what it used to be.
It's like that everywhere, man. It's all the old places I go to or went to, they ain't there anymore.
Yeah, they tell me that basically all those factories closed down, which used to employ basically hundreds of thousands of people. They've all shut down. They call that the Rust Belt now. All that stuff's moved to China.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's left up there is a few plants that employ a few thousand people, and and they've got all these little gambling joints, I guess, all over Parkersburg. And Terry, when the last time I talked to Terry, he said that the crime rate is hideous because you got all these people that are badly dependent on street drugs. And then they said robberies and stuff are just going on all the time. And they put that 50 bypass, Highway 50 bypass, and people hop off that bypass and go in and shoot 2 or 3 people in them gambling places and rob them, and then hit that 50 bypass and go on again.
Yeah, we used to go over here to the end of the pavement, in the Moki Gap over here, pitch horseshoes and drink down deer. It was all the time. It constantly, just about it. Every evening, a lot of people showed up there, but not as much as like on the weekends. Hell, if people get there on Friday and they wouldn't leave till Sunday. I mean, just right there at the horseshoe pits. There's even a website about it, endofthepavement.com. And hell, there's a lot of good friends there, and they're dead and gone. But damn, we had some good times over there.
Yeah, basically all my old painter buddies are dead.
I'd like to have just a penny of every beer that was drunk over here at the end of the pavement.
KK4, ticket every 10 deal.
Just KK4, that bit of it.
Oh, yeah, 4WAM. I just like to have all that money I spent on pot back. Me talking about back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, and I dropped $700-800 a damn month on marijuana.
Lightweight.
I'm just talking about personal consumption. I'm talking about resale.
Lightweight.
Yeah, you're lying.
He just wants some attention.
Yeah, that's back. I can remember back when I could buy a quarter pound for $50 of Acapulco Gold.
You know what made Johnny come around about going to the Hamfest, don't you, Will?
The thought of sex?
I told him I was coming up there tomorrow and beating some sense into him.
Yeah, that's what done it.
I know it was.
Yeah, you can bet on that.
Yeah, we all take these ham radio threats very serious.
Yeah. I did it.
I'd have felt bad about beating on a elderly hobbit, but I'd have done it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you better get used because Johnny's one of the younger.
I'm a lot younger than he is.
Oh, my God, are we going to have fun with you? Hey, you can always go play video games with my son.
I don't play video games. I ain't that young.
Yeah, like I say, you come down there and get to see how the real hillbillies live. And that means I am going to have to clean up this radio room.
You ain't got that done yet?
I kept saying I was going to do it, but every day I say, oh, the hell with it.
Andy, he's got antennas to put up, towers to put up, rental houses to build, roofs to paint, and welding classes. He's going to do that. He's got that shop to build, and he ain't got time for that. He's busy doing all that.
I'm too busy running my mouth.
I can tell.
I mean, my God, I've been off for what, almost a month now, and all I've done is run my mouth.
Yep.
Go to the hospital, see the doctors, and run my mouth.
Is there room for all us to sit in there in the radio room?
And what's that?
Is there room for all of us to sit in that radio room?
Well, hell yeah, if I just move all this stuff out of the way, yeah. It's a pretty good sized room, isn't it, Johnny?
Yeah, it's probably 20 by 20, ain't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I want to have the old lady get on here and turn my amp and everything on. I want to see what my signal is down there.
Oh, okay. Well, I can tell you it's a good one.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah. You're almost 40 over. I mean, not watching for your big peaks, but this is your last word or so. You were right close to 40.
That's it.
Tell him 700 watts got him.
You guys are right there together, Johnny.
700 watts.
Well, that's what I heard. I heard 700 watts, and he ain't got enough.
Oh, wow.
So you guys are pretty damn close.
I'll let you have this amp, Andy, if you work it this right.
I don't need it.
Hey, you do?
At any time, either one of you might have a needle's width or two on the other.
Oh, Lord, don't tell him that. He'd be taking that damn old amp down there at Orlando, and he'd be hunting him some.
Is your shack real fancy, Andy?
No, I'm in my living room. I'm over here in the corner with a L-shaped desk and got a big monitor for the radio, big monitor for the computer.
Oh, you mean it's neat looking?
Well, as long as you don't look at all the wires and cables all tangled up, everything back here.
Oh, you mean you're not like me? You don't have like a dozen beer bottles stacked up on the desk, and I can stand here, look, I don't know, there's a couple firewire cards laying there, some in connectors. There's a damn pipe cutter, microphone element, a jar with some various tools in it, EL259. I guess that's an empty water bottle.
Oh, no, there's no empty beer bottle.
Probably a month ago.
Nothing like that. I mean, I'm sitting here right now looking at the remote for this TV that I put on this desk today that was bigger, that I made the monitor for my radio, the dog's collar that was took off of it, my water cup, and that's about it. Oh, and a can of snuff.
He'd never make it here. God almighty, what a wreck down through here I've got.
Hey, Johnny, I just looked over here and smashed flat as a pancake is obviously a beer can that was laying there on the floor when I rolled the desk out.
Now the wires and cables behind my desk and over to the wall over here is a mess.
There's 3 shotguns cleaned up in the corner here.
Well, I've got a muzzleloader and a 22 in the corner over here that I use a 22 about every day, but the muzzleloader, I don't know why it still is here, but it needs to be cleaned, put up.
You definitely got to keep them things clean.
I changed out my monitor today and put this big TV up on my desk for a monitor for the radio, and I like to have never got the damn cord, the power cord that was plugged into that monitor, untangled from all the damn wires. It took me 30 minutes to get that thing out.
I don't care how many times you straighten up your cables. Every time you go back and look at them, they're going to be a tangled mess.
Yeah, I've threatened to pull this desk out and fix everything, but I know if I do this, it's going to end up back where it is.
I don't know. It seems like every time you straighten something up, get everything looking real good, and something screws up, and you got to go back there and you mess with this and mess with that, and it ends up being something other than what you thought it was. But your cables are all messed now again, all tangled together. Actually, I think there's gremlins that exist. So you go back there and straighten them all up, and everything's untangled, and next time you roll your desk out from the wall or whatever, you look back there and it looks like a damn cat's been back there.
I look down here right now, and I don't know what half the damn wires and shit is that's hanging back there.
Well, neither do I.
I've got a little alarm clock that I used to have sitting on my desk that I just use for a clock, you know. It's been laying in the floor for 6 months, flashing. I can see it flashing down there, but I don't know what the hell it says or where it's plugged up at.
I got 5 computer monitors on this desk, 2 of them mounted, 3 of them that sit on it. And the 2 that are mounted are hooked to nothing right now.
I've got a 43-inch monitor hanging on the wall. That's what I used to have this radio hooked to, and I got tired of looking up and to the left of it. Put it on one on the desk. Today I changed it out to a TV. It's big, but I don't know what size it is. I haven't measured it, but I've got it sitting right in front of me. And the good thing about it is it's between me and that noisy-ass freaking amplifier, and it blocks off some of the noise from it.
I'd take that son of a bitch to Orlando.
Amplifier?
Yeah, get rid of that pile of junk.
You know, this guy got a Titan 425 on QTH that he's going to have down there that if, you know, if I know I could sell this amp, I'd take it down there and do that.
I tell you what, see Beer buy that thing and get top dollar for it.
What's he asking for his Titan?
18.
Yeah. That's a little bit high, isn't it?
Well, I thought so.
I gave 15 for this. No, I gave 14 for this.
It's got all kind of new parts and everything else in it.
You might be able to talk him down a little bit.
I
tell you what, that 1200,
bring it back.
That 3.6 1200, you see beers. I mean, you sell see beer, you get the. Especially if it's had the 10 meter cut, had the wire cut for 10 meters.
Yeah, it's got it.
Then you get top dollar out of that thing. I mean, top dollar. They're going to ask you if it operate on 11 meters. As long as it operate on 11, which it will, you can get top dollar out of it if you're going to go to Orlando. That's where your money's at. I can't tell you how many external power supplies I've built for those amplifiers. Usually what I would do in part of it, you know, I would keep the plate transformer that was in the 1200 and sell it to somebody, but build them an external power supply where it'd crank that thing up to 5 kilovolts.
If I know I could find me a good amplifier down there, I'd bring you some down there and sell it.
Well, Well, take it down there and put a high price on it, and if you don't get it, you take it off. Or if you don't find something else, you know.
I look, I'd take it down and sell it, and couldn't find nothing I wanted. I'd be stuck talking on Johnny's little SP200.
I'll take his home, use it, talk on it.
Oh, hell. Damn, you'd have a damn signal. That's right.
This amplifier here, though, it's got a little sentimental value since I tore it up and fixed it myself. But I don't know shit from apple butter about working on the amplifiers.
Yeah, you learn. Yeah, you had to learn to work on your car. You have to, same thing if you want to be honest, if you really want to exist in the ham radio hobby without spending a fortune, you might as well learn to work on this stuff too. Or at least the stuff you can, you know, amplifiers, antennas, stuff like that, a lot of the surface mount. Oh, really? If you want to dedicate the facility, you know, the energy, you can learn to work on that surface mount stuff too. You do need a few different tools. Basically, it all breaks down to Ohm's law or some variant thereof. And that's it. That's it. There you have radio in a nutshell.
That's something like Johnny in a nutshell.
Yep.
Hey, Johnny.
Oh.
I was watching videos on that Orlando Ham Fest.
Yeah.
The line to get your friggin' ticket is like a mile long.
Yeah.
Me and your dumb ass will be standing that line.
Oh no, what you do is you come through where your buy spaces at.
We get our place on Thursday to go into the boneyard there. Okay, one of them tents.
And if we all staying out here, we figure out who's driving or which vehicles we're taking, whichever ones are packed up, and basically that's usually how many spaces we.
Yeah, see, we ride in with them, they'll stop right there at the tent. Once you get in the gate, we'll jump out and get a ticket and be on.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering about that.
Well, actually, it's for sure you're coming. I mean, I guess y'all gonna be down here Thursday, but me and John's gonna be over there early Thursday, so you know we can always pick you up a ticket at that time. If you go on Thursday, you just get your ticket then.
Well, I don't know when we're going, but we'll be there Thursday as far as I know.
Yeah, well, you just get your ticket then.
Let's see. Impact down here.
We're talking about the Ham Fest party.
Yeah, I know, but you buy your ticket on Thursday there, and then it's good for all 3 days. for 4 days or how long it is.
I went online and seen that you can buy one, man. Like I say, you can buy one online for the 31st anymore.
Yeah, I go every year, and I just order stuff ahead of time. I can save some money. I don't do it. I like to wait till last minute, pay a premium price.
I'm about mine down there. Oh, hell, what's wrong with that?
I'm going to be interested to see if that's actually good.
What do you mean? You gotta be interested if that's actually good.
Well, I mean, the only thing I can say is that if they do accept it, that's a good ticket, and kudos to you, Marty.
Well, not a good ticket there. Well, it's the same way you buy from every freaking time I buy one.
Oh, well, I didn't know you bought them off of her before.
Hell, yeah.
How many wheels are there in there? Let's see. The 3, 4. Either 4 or 5.
I think it's 4 buildings. But you've got down there a section of the boneyard, if you want to count that. I reckon if you can't get that one that's covered, but the top of it's covered.
And they're big old long suckers. I know that freaking boneyard on them YouTube videos. Yeah, it looks like them rusty
Well, it's popped up. Like last year, I thought it was way down last year. I don't know, you just don't know. I mean, it might be this year. All of the ancestors down from what they used to be back 20, 30 years ago.
I didn't know something. I watched several YouTube videos of all that.
Yeah, you get a bunch of junk, but you get some, you can find some real deals now, too. You got a good eye. Of course, your buddies might be right on your shoulder, pressing on you, trying to buy out from under your shit. It's never happened.
They were first, not
Let me tell you what, I would not be really native of that.
every damn time. You really what you're doing. Yeah, that's like I'm really drunk.
Well, you're right about that now. It was God's truth. Oh, a crap load of stuff out of here and stuck it out there in the trailer. I don't remember which Orlando I lost, but I got a roll of LR 600 in here. And I got connectors for it somewhere. I have no idea where that roll I know of and leaned into this one amplifier sitting here when they're 400 and sat there in that same spot for at least 2-3 years. and brand new road. But yeah, get lucky. That gave you a good breeze, he decides you're going to get up to do. Oh, yeah, I should have a breeze. I'll call that thing. And get this guy something to bring on the head or not. Oh, man, you stuff right there. No, I don't think so. I might show one North Carolina. I've seen him show why? They take him with the bird. Yes. It'll get pretty warm in here compared to how it used to be. I don't think the system's very efficient.